namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Happy Thursday, mga kaibigan. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Ako po si SONNY LARAGAN dito po sa ating programang Immigration Corner on a Thursday evening. Happy Thursday. Masaya na naman ako, syempre, dahil makakasama na naman natin yung kasama natin every Thursday, di ba? Namimiss natin. Dahil it's always fun and learning, eh. Diba, ang ating every Thursday. So, good evening ho sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ho ng United Kingdom kung saan nagmumula yung broadcast natin live from our studios in London. So, good evening ho. At sa ating mga kababayan sa apat na sulok ng Europa, syempre, welcome kayo dito ho sa ating programa. At hindi lamang sa Europa, meron tayong mga kababayan from the United States, Canada, US, North America, pati siguro South America. I remember we had some viewers back then, nung ako'y listeners, nung nasa radio ko, na nasa South America. Hindi ko na matanda ko ng eksaktong lugar. Pero pagkayaman-yaman, nakapangasawa ng mayaman. And eventually, marami silang mga lupa-lupa, mga properties. At isang property yata nila, kanilang dinonate sa mga madre. Madre, no? Anyway, so, sa mga taga-Pilipinas na nanonood sa atin sa Middle East, tuloy po kayo, kabayan. So lahat, anybody outside of the United Kingdom, dito sa aming studio, sa aming programa, sa aming kung saan nagmumula ating broadcast, tuloy po kayo, kabayan. Okay, well, syempre, hindi naman ako ang star of the show. Ito yung star of the show, no? Yung ating kasamahan na nakakaalam ng lahat ng bagay tungkol sa immigration. Ako ay medyo, kung baga, from 1 to 100, siguro nandun lang ako sa mga 2%. No? So, eto kasama natin, syempre, siya ang eksperto. Ladies and gentlemen, syempre, no, with his pride, ano kaya suot niya ngayon? No? Syempre, nagtataka kayo. May contest tayo. Sino yung first na babati? Nako, I'm sure, nag-uunahan na kayo para mag-greet. No? It's a fun way of opening the program, yung ating sino kaya? No? Yan, sino kaya? Yun ang first natin. Sino kaya ang unang babate? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, no, yung ating pinakamamahal na abogada, no, matalino, maganda, mabait, no, at ano kaya ang kanyang suot for tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT. Attorney, good evening. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday, Sonny. Ay, ikaw naman. It's the star of the show. Oh, you're so modest ka naman. I tell you what, mga tao, pagka meron ko ng, only last week, no? Merong kliyente. Well, I met with them first time. Sabi niya sa akin, oh, kamusta po si Sonny? No? Not, you've done well. No, nice to see you. No, nice to meet you. Ang unang sinabi na sa akin, kamusta po si Sonny? That was it. No, I've never met them before. So, no, I think dito, Sonny, I think akong alalay dito. So, but I'm very pleased, nevertheless, to be part of it. No,
it's a together thing. One cannot exist without the other. I mean, I'm here, syempre, to anchor this show, but definitely the information and yung learning is coming from you, no? So, yeah, well, excited. So thank you to sa dalawang bumati at nagtanong kung sino man, dalawa ba o isa, dalawa, no? But hello.
Dalawa sila, yeah, it was a couple, no? But yeah, I'm so pleased to be here. I know, I say it all the time, but talaga, I do look forward to, to the Happy Thursdays because it really is, it's a Happy Thursday sa akin. It breaks up my week and I learn new things from you nga, makababayan din natin, nanonood, matawag nga, no? It's a real pleasure talaga. It's a real pleasure. And today, we also have an interesting, again, big topic.
Yes. Ano topic natin? Papakita mo lang direct. It's something about bago natin basahin yung mga greetings. Something about timing your application for British citizenship. Ayan, timing your British citizenship application. Ayan. Bakit timing? Parang kung paano i-tiyempo, no? Ganun ba? Parang ita-time.
Tama. Yeah,
Ganun,
yeah.
ayan. Oo.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
hindi
so
talaga
malaking
nakakamiss ka
topic.
talaga pag wala ka attorney. Wait, sige, direct, pwede mo na ilabas. Okay na yan. Nabanggit na. Ayan, okay. Alright, so, anong tag dito? Yeah. Nakakamiss talaga, attorney. Ngayon, ano ba suot mo? Ano bang kulay na suot mo? Ako, yata ako. I don't know if this is...
Yeah.
This is a cross between orange and red sa akin eh. Hindi ko alam kung anong
Yeah,
kulay
I think
yan sa'yo.
I would say rust. No?
Rust. Uy, parang
yeah,
yung suot mo
rust.
last time. Parang rusty something
Yeah.
or... Merong isa, sabi niya,
Oo.
blood red wine or red blood wine. I remember there was one episode when we had, di ba? Somebody describing your attire as, red wine? Ano ba? Bloody red? Ako, red wine yata, something. Blood red wine?
Is it blood red or something, or wine red, wine red ba?
Oh.
But yeah, no, I like the color on you, Sonny.
Talaga.
This is
Oy,
nice.
Oy, thank
Yeah,
you.
no, it's nice,
Ikaw
no?
rin, anong kulay yan? Is it like, how do you describe that color nga pala? Attorney, kasi yung mga viewers natin, they are the ones also telling us kung ano yung, mo, di ba? Yung kulay, di ba?
Yeah, no, I thought I'd go, I suppose it's closer to pink, no?
Is it? Closer to pink?
Fuchsia, no?
Fuchsia.
Yeah,
Fuchsia.
fuchsia, maybe. No. If you're being, yeah. So I mean, I would just say pinky, dark pink.
Yeah.
So I'm quite basic with my colors. So
Ikaw ba,
it's,
Tony? Naglalagay ka ba, hilig ka ba lagyan ng brooch? Yung mga brooch, di ba? Brooch yung, akala niyo brooch, pero brooch yung pronunciation. Yung brooch na, pero brooch, no? Yung mga nalalagay na pinipin na ganyan. Meron ka bang ganyan? Do you do that? You do also. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so with jackets.
Yes,
Sometimes
with jacket,
nga lang.
Diba? Oo nga, di ba nakalagay
Yeah.
na ganun? Oo.
Yeah.
If a guy,
Problema
for
nga lang.
example, No. If you saw me one day, for example, I saw you, we had coffee, and you saw me with a brooch. How would you? Ano reaction mo? Kunyari,
Well, it depends really. I don't know. Brooches are more. I suppose it's
Pag girl yan, di ba?
a pin, no?
A pin.
It's
pin.
a pin on I mean, or of course, especially yung flag natin. No, that's quite
Yung mga
nice.
flag,
I think
di
that's
ba?
quite
Mga
smart.
Pero pin
Yeah,
yun,
that's
attorney,
quite
hindi yung
nice.
brooch. Hindi ka mukha ng brooch na
Yeah.
parang, di ba, yung mga pambabae na, ano? Ano reaction
Yeah.
mo? Just for fun lang. And tinatanong ko lang, I'm just posing this question. We decided to, let's have coffee. Then nag-coffee tayo. And then you saw me with my brooch. You saw me with some lipstick on. How would you react to it?
Well, I mean, if I like the brooch and I like the shade of color, I would just say, no, what color is that? No, okay, where'd you buy your brooch? That would probably be my reaction, actually.
All right, okay.
And I've been known to do that sometimes. I remember actually last time I did that. I went to the theater. Tapos in the ladies, meron akong one of the ladies there. She was wearing a particularly nice shade of lipstick. So tinanong ko siya, no? I mean, what color is what shade of lipstick is that? I think she thought somehow I was being a bit weird. So bigla siya umalis.
Talaga? Okay. Pero you just wanted, you liked it eh. Di ba? Ako ganyan din ako. Tatanong, minsan din yung, kunyari, in order mo, parang, that looks, delicious. What's that? Parang gano'n. Kaya, tama. Pag nakita ko, yung ganda ng polo mo, where did you get that? O how's, okay lang yun, no? Okay. Akala niya parang parang you were hitting on her, no? Ganun siguro, no?
It was something. I think I just kind of made her slightly uncomfortable. Bigla siyang umalis, no? So, yung question mo nga sa akin, I truly would probably say, kung gusto ko yung brooch, I would probably say, where'd you get your brooch from? O kaya yung lipstick, I would say, what's this color shade?
Pero you would think that, Sonny, mukhang are you gay? Diba? You would definitely ask me. That's unusual for a guy to wear a brooch, diba? A pin would be fine, diba? Okay lang yan. So, ayan.
Yeah. But I think nowadays it's actually maybe not that unusual. No, I've seen very trendy, what look like trendy chaps wear rather elaborate brooches, no. So and recently also, no, not at the moment. I barely go out to my office at the moment because, but certainly I've seen chaps, also wear what I think are kind of lip gloss.
Nami-miss ko yung chaps na yan. Minsan pag, di ba, when wives introduce my chap, di ba, my husband, parang ganun. O chaps, friends, guys, di ba, parang chaps. So, okay.
Yeah.
Paano mo malalaman, how would you know, attorney, I don't know kung alam mo to, no? How would you know if somebody is from, well, aside from the accent, no? How would you know if somebody is from Australia, from New Zealand, from the UK, ganyan, no? Or from America? For example, in the word, yung marami, di ba? American way, British way, merong New Zealand yata, o New Zealand way yata yan, Kiwi way, no? Yeah, lots. Di ba, Americano would say, we have lots of friends. Dito, ano sinasabi natin?
Well, I suppose I should not really, generalize. But last Sunday, pumunta ako sa the last day of the Chelsea Flower Show, no?
Uy, nakapunta ka?
Unusually, first time. Yeah, napunta ako. But first time ever. All this time, I've been kind of meaning to look nga, but I can never remember to buy tickets. But this time, September, for change, because of course they had to cancel the May.
Yes.
And so I was fortunate enough to get tickets for the last day on the Sunday. But anyway, and then when I was there, it was so if you like, typically it was lovely. Actually, it felt like what you would consider to be typically English, typically British. Because every time maraming ang matao, every time you nudge someone, they would say, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry." And I would say the same. So everyone is kind of saying sorry. Dahil mga yung masakit nga lang, and I thought that's just it's so endearingly, I think, British nga. Na you nudge them a bit and you say, it's just it's an immediate reaction. You apologize for nudging them, even though kahit hindi mo kasalanan. You say, "Oh, I'm sorry," or "I'm terribly sorry," and everyone was saying, "I'm terribly sorry." So yeah, it's I suppose it's saying that I thought was typically British. And so there's, I suppose, typical sayings na someone British may well say, o kaya someone Australian nga. What's their typical saying ba? Kung Australian, I don't know. I suppose no worries, no? It's probably typically Australian.
No worries? No worries? Kasi dito ko na rin nakasanayan ko rin, no worries, di ba? Pag I wouldn't be able to make it, no worries, no? Parang ganyan, di ba? Or much appreciated, di ba? Dito, naririnig natin, much appreciated, di ba? If somebody does something, like a favor or something, you say, much appreciated, di ba? Kaya ako sinabing Australian, kasi Amerikano, di ba? We have lots of friends. Okay, lots of money. Pag dito sa UK, we have loads of money, di ba? Pagdating sa New Zealand, we had heaps. Sila heaps, H-E-A-P, yung heaps.
That's like that.
Yeah. I have a few Kiwi friends, and every time they would say, mga Pinoy, mga Amerikano, we got lots of friends, we got lots to drink, lots, di ba? Parang ganon. Sa Amerikano, lots. Dito, loads. Di ba? Loads of friends. I've got loads of money, loads of, di ba? Pagdating sa New Zealand, ano sila, attorney, heaps. Sabagay, heaps, they're all similar words. Kaya lang, they're used, in different countries, no? So, if you're a Kiwi, when somebody says heaps, ayun, alam mo na, taga New Zealand na yun. Pagka loads, Briton. Pagka lots, Amerikano, kaya Pinoy, no? We got lots, I got lots of it. I've got loads of it, diba? So yan, yung mga expression lang natin. Ano pa ba mga expression pa rin natin dito na nakukuha? Ako, I keep on saying, I'm sorry. The reason why I picked up the word I'm sorry, kunyari pag hindi ko naintindihan, parang may gusto akong paulit o medyo hindi ko narinig, I'm sorry. Ganon, yun ang expression ko. Na-pick up ko sa mga Briton na pagka merong hindi ka narinig, I'm sorry. Parang, instead of saying the complete sentence, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, can you say that again? Or I'm sorry. O pakiulit or what, I'm sorry. Yung wala akong... I was distracted, so what was it that you were saying? Parang gano'n, I'm sorry. Understood na yun. Napaiksi na yun. Yun, di ba?
Tama.
So, ayan.
Tama ka.
Marami tayong mga words. Nakakatuwa dito. Ano pa mga... Ayan, yung fancy. Baka nakikinig sa atin, di ba? Dito, I like her. Di ba? I like her. Di ba? Would you like a drink? Mga Amerikano yata. Dito hindi. Fancy a drink? I fancy her. Do you fancy me? O, di ba? Mga fancy. Or do you like me? Parang type mo ba ako? Di ba? Pero sa, yun nga, sa Amerikano, do you like her? I like her. Dito, do you fancy? First time makarinig. So, oh, no, fancy na yan. Ayun pala yun. Fancy. Do you fancy? Yeah. Do you like? Do you fancy? Ayan. Ayan, okay. Well, yun na muna. Sa mga pagbati, let's go with our mga ano pangalan ito, mga greetings natin dahil ano tawag dito, siyempre. Ito, attorney walang dayaan, ha? Walang dayaan.
Talaga.
Kaya kato for
Talaga.
fun. Just for last Tuesday. Ano na, surprisingly si Edgar Duway ang unang-una. Which is not the regular.
I was thinking about him actually. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, truly. I thought, baka si Edgar nga,
baka
no?
si Edgar. Hindi kasi last time, kumbaga parang milagro, no, na unang-una si Edgar. Okay, sige. Sino ang unang bumati sa atin? Walang dayaan. Ayan.
Okay. Ako, I really did, before this, I really thought Edgar, no?
Really?
So I'm going to go
So
Edgar.
you're really honest, biglang
really
nag-cross na mind mo na, si
Talaga.
Edgar. Okay. Hindi, kaya lang, sinabi ko rin, tama, naisip mo, ako naman, sinasabi ko sa'yo na last time, I don't want to say it unusually, but it's not normally that you get to see Edgar being the first, di ba? Andun yung mga regular natin, yung mga regular, ano tawag yan, mga regular na, ano ba tawag dito? Yung mga candidates, yung talagang regular. Okay, sige, attorney, let's go. Katuan tayo. Male, female, sino? Male or female?
Really, I thought Edgar. So, lagyan natin Edgar.
sige,
Actually, I've been
lalaki.
thinking about it since lunchtime.
Sige. Sige.
Si
Edgar
Edgar
Duway,
kaya.
direct. Let's go for the drum
Edgar.
roll.
So sorry,
yes,
Mr.
yes.
Miss Paner. I'm sorry.
Bumabalik siya ngayon
Yeah.
in contention. She was dethroned some days ago yata din, no? Sila ba mga nauna nun? But yes, okay, so thank you, Marian, ha? Talagang very, ano ba tawag dito? Yeah, it's very much appreciated. Namumulot ako ng mga expressions sa UK. Di ba? All right. Sino naman ang ating next, no? Sa palagay mo,
Pangalawa.
attorney.
Okay.
Medalist natin for tonight. Yes. Let's go.
Now, I'm let's
Sorry,
go with
paano ko? Hindi pa pala hula. Sino inuhula mo?
Miss Batong Bakal.
Miss Batong Bakal. Susan nga ba siya? Susana.
Opo.
Susan, no?
Opo.
Okay. Miss Batong Bakal. Let's see if it's her. All right. All the way from America. Oliver, thank you very much. Ayan, pakibasa ng attorney. Ano ba message niya?
Actually, no, he makes a point, a good point. Good morning. Oh, good morning. Yeah, good morning,
Good morning.
Attorney
Good morning.
Lira.
Ande,
So good morning doon, no?
Oo nga, may meron a few minutes pa.
Yeah, sa kanila, no?
Tama tatahali na.
Kuya Sonny and Direct Pao. Hope you all fueled up, no, for a lively program. Pun intended. It's literally a washout here in the Pacific Northwest right now. So, okay, umuulan doon. But yeah, tama siya, no? Fueled up. Are you fueled up?
No,
Sonny?
I'm not. I hurt myself this morning. I was cutting my fingernails yung sa toenail ko. I was having a chat, no? Biglang na ano ko, instead na yung kuko, yung nails, ang naano ko yung flesh.
Wow!
Nagdugo.
Sonny.
Nagpanik ako, hindi nag-stop, attorney. Ayaw mag-stop. So I had this gauze, tapos pinatong ko nga cotton. Tagal. Mamaya, pag tinanggal ko, ayun, nag-aano pa rin, lakas ng dugo. Dugo pa rin, no? So I was thinking, pupunta ba ako sa A&E or tawagan ko ba yung daughter kong nurse? No. So, naghanap ako ng band-aid, wala akong makita. So I had to go eventually to ASDA. I decided to buy some, mga pang-bandage. Eventually, okay naman. Na ano naman. Kaya lang, I panicked a bit because hindi humihinto yung dugo. Hindi humihinto. So, yun. Pero,
no.
On my way, kaya ako naman nabanggit pala, on my way din, I saw there's a shell right close to us. Talagang ang haba ng pila. Haba ng pila. So, ikaw, kumusta kayo? Ako, wala na ako. I'm only
Yeah, well,
down to 97 miles sa gas ko.
because, yeah, I mean, at the moment, I'm fueled up. I mean, it was just
Where?
sheer luck, no?
Sainsbury's?
I don't usually drive. Oh yeah, it was Sainsbury's. Yeah, I went to Sainsbury's, the one in Richmond, nga. And it was just because it was just luck, as I say. And may pila nga, but this was beginning of the week. So, but I thought, well, okay, hindi naman ganun mahaba yung pila. So, I queued up. And then, yeah, unfortunately, because of course the following day, all this has been, pandemonium na nga, no?
So
and
nakapag-fill up
yeah.
ka bago mangyari to? Okay.
Yeah.
Ako hindi. Nasa a little under one half nung dumating itong magkaroon tayo ng problema. Tapos tinitipid ko na lang. Tinitipid ko dahil ngayon nadaan ako 1 pound 41. It used to be mga 133, 135, 36 nung tumataas. Ngayon 141 yung nadaanan ko. So tumaas. Sabi nga ng daughter ko, maski mag 2 pounds pa yan, bibili siya dahil kailangan niya and she queued for almost 40 minutes for nothing. Wala rin siyang akong petrol. Nung when she queued, I don't know ngayon kung ano na, pero nung panahon na yun. But now, hindi pa ako nagkakarga. Bukas siguro na umaga, hopefully magkakarga ako because I'll be traveling a total of 28 miles or 30 miles. So, 97 ako, may 60 akong spare pa to look for, a petrol station, to fill up. So, yeah, it's a problem nowadays, Talagang problema tong... Pero army na raw yata, di ba? Mga army na yata nagde-deliver. Yung military.
I think they're thinking about it. Yeah, no, I think they're thinking about it. So tama siya, no? I mean, hopefully they don't have a fuel problem in the US. I think it's us nga lang, no? I mean, I don't think it will continue. Yung nga lang it's a concern, of course, kung kailangan mo. Like you, no? If you need to travel, and at saka marami kang kailangang bitbitin, you have your equipment also if you're going for work.
Yeah.
You have no choice, huh?
Yes. Some people are not reporting for work. Some teachers, some mga healthcare workers yata because of that, no? Because of the petrol crisis. Wala namang shortage daw yata ng petrol. It's just that there's a shortage of drivers. Di ba? Yung magda-drive from the depots to the mga stations, yun yata ang problema. Walang driver. Kaya nga sabi nila, sana tumanggap na ng mga foreign drivers. Marami tayong mga Filipino drivers na nandito sa Europe. I don't know if you're aware of it. I was just surprised to learn that we have a lot of Pinoy na drivers in mga Czech Republic, Denmark, Poland. No?
Talaga?
So, sana makalipat sila rito. Kasi sabi nga when I was listening to LBC, yung radio, when I go driving in the morning, I listen to Nick Ferrari. I don't know if you've heard of him. Nick Ferrari,
yeah,
the chubby guy. Yeah. Anyway, he has a program from 7 till 10 o'clock in the morning, dyan sa LBC, and I just listen to him while driving. And may nag-comment na we don't mind we don't care anymore if they're foreigners or British, kung sino man drivers na yan, as long as meron kaming dumarating na mga petrol na kasi kamukha ngayon, di ba? Curtail yung mga traveling. How would you go out and do your, like for example, on a weekend, di ba? Na gusto mo mamasyal, o ano tawag dito, yung staycation or whatever activity during the weekend. Ngayon dito, panghabol sa summer. Kung wala kang petrol, paano ka naubusan ka sa highway? Sa M4, M3, M1, kusang M yan, di ba? Motorway. Di ba? Yan ang problema.
No, tama ka.
Nakakatakot. I don't know if you've experienced this, attorney, nag-drive ka. Minsan nilalaban ko, medyo empty na, hindi naman empty, pero ang laki ng kaba ko dahil pagka nagkaroon ng traffic sa motorway, stuck ako ngayon. Paano ngayon? Di ba? Kung maubos yung petrol ko ron. Di ba? Pagka naka-steady na hindi tumatakbo, the more that you, di ba, nakukonsume mo yung petrol mo. So, yun ang problema ko lang. Ayan. Oy, teka muna. Pagkakabati uli. Sino pa ba yan? Oliver Fernandez, thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Sige ba? Ingat ka rin dyan. Ayan, sige. Ayan. Uy, si Marian. Talagang bumati ng ito na proper na.
Yun na nga po. So, magandang gabi po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po. And
Happy
stay
Thursday.
safe and God bless
Happy
us po.
Thursday.
Yeah, happy Thursday po, Miss
Happy
Panay.
Thursday.
I hope
Happy
you'll be
Thursday.
okay. Yeah.
Ito yung ating shall we say ito na yung ito yung ating bronze medalist, no? Si
Yes,
Ma'am Cora
tama,
Carsola.
yeah.
Ma'am Cora.
Yeah.
Good evening. Ayan. Yan ang aming teacher ng grade school diyan sa Notre Dame of Greater Manila sa Caloocan. Oy, ito na. Ito yung sinasabi mo, attorney.
Yeah. Si Rose Canosa.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Si Rose Carsola
Si
pala.
Rose, si
Rose
Rose
Canyosa
po.
pala to.
Yeah.
Sorry. Rose, good evening
Opo.
pala.
Yeah.
Oh, good evening. Attorney ganda.
So yeah. Yeah, so
Attorney Ganda.
ganda, no?
Attorney.
Good evening. Yeah. Sir Sonny and Attorney Ganda Lira. Mamaya,
Wow.
now, mabuhay kababayans and may God bless us all, no? Tignan ang picture niya, ang ganda. Look, I mean, she's surrounded
Oh.
by lovely
Oo
sunflowers. It's a beauty. Yeah, beauty. She's so photogenic.
Oo.
Ano? Tingnan mo,
Well,
it's
hindi
so
ako gwapo,
lovely.
no? Hindi ako, yeah, nga, maganda. Pero hindi ako gwapo, attorney. Ito, si attorney ganda lang. Diyos ko. Hindi, joke lang. Hindi naman, Alright, ito na. You're talking of this guy. Ayan, no?
Ah, Mr. Duway. Yung nga, magandang gabi, no? Sa inyong lahat. Lalo po si elegant
Elegant,
Attorney
no?
Lira, and
Elegant.
always romantic.
Oo.
Legendary. Sonny, tama ka, no?
Nakapolo lang ako, pero
Um,
elegant ako. Ikaw talaga, Edgar, ha? Ayan, oh. Edgar. Oh, ikaw naisip na attorney. Ikaw una yung bet niya, ha? Well, I'm sure siguro napanood niya, no? Okay. Ito rin, yung iniisip mo kanina, attorney.
Yeah.
Diba?
Yun na nga po, Miss
Oo.
Batong Bakal. Susan Francisco
Susan,
Batong Bakal. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, Susan. So, yeah.
Then, sorry, go ahead, attorney. Hindi, gusto ko lang i-mention na
Yeah.
if you wanna watch this very clear, you can watch us both on YouTube and Facebook. If you want a high definition, Facebook. If you want super high definition, YouTube. Ayan.
Yun na nga. Tama. Yeah.
Okay, yun lang. Gusto ko lang i-remind na, para siningit ko lang attorney yun. So they can watch us on both.
Yeah, no. Should, no? I mean, if you really missed us, you can put both on.
Oo, ginagawa nila Edgar yan, di ba? Minsan nakalagay pa sa
Yun na
malaking
nga.
TV screen yan. Si Edgar
Yeah.
Duway, ginagawa ni Edgar yan. Ayan, go ahead. Mika. Susan, mabuhay ka, ha? Susan Batong Bakal.
Yeah. Meka Mika. Yeah, magandang gabi po, Sir Legendary Sonny
Oh,
and
parang
Attorney Gandang Lira.
Hindi ka kaya
Oh, wow.
Ni Edgar Duway. Bakit nasama? Sir, Attorney Gandang Lira. Oh,
Legendary.
wow. Good evening.
Yeah.
Sino yun? Si Mika. Meka, hello.
Opo.
Uy, wow.
Look, Miss
From-
Rafael. Hi,
from
Miss
Abu Dhabi.
Rafael.
Yes.
Yun na nga po, no? Hello, good evening, Sonny and Attorney Lira and everyone. Happy Thursday to both and everyone. How is Abu Dhabi po? Hopefully,
How is
you're
Abu
still
Dhabi?
having a good time.
Oo nga. And she's feeling well. No, because naka-all cup siya. Pagka she doesn't do it, and di ba? May nangyari sa kanya, may problema yan. Alright, uy, ano yan? Sabi yan, love.
Si Ma'am Cora. Love. Yeah, love to Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira and all. Yeah, we love you too, Miss Casola, no?
Oh, okay. Oh,
Nice
love
of
you.
you to join.
Okay. Love you. Okay, love you also. Yes, we love everybody, no? But we love you too. Yan. MM. Si MM Giling.
MM.
Mabuhay ka, MM. Ayan.
Yep, the lovely MM Giling. Yeah. Good evening po, Ma'am and Sir. Sir, happy Thursday po. Keep safe.
Happy Thursday.
Tayo pong lahat.
Yes.
She's
O nga,
so
naalala
lovely.
ko gusto ko makita yan si MM Giling. Na-intriga ako rin si MM Giling, no? Very curious ako. MM, mabuhay, ha? Sige, okay.
She's
Edgar
lovely.
Duway has a message again. Ano yan? Sabi niya, maganda.
So yeah. Magandang gabi po, Ma'am Cora Carsola and Ma'am Emeline Rafael. That's so nice. Hopefully you had a good birthday, Edgar? I know
I hope so.
you're not
You had a
celebrating.
good birthday, Edgar? Saan ka nag-camping? Saan ka nag-mountain nagpunta? Because he goes around, Yeah, di ba? He has a mission. Okay, Edgar Duway, yan. Happy birthday, belated, no? Once again. Jane Cantos. Attorney, Jane Cantos. Ano sabi ni Jane Cantos?
Good, sabi niya pala, good morning. So maybe she's messaging us from somewhere else, no? Apart from the UK.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, Sir Sonny. Yeah, Attorney Lira. Happy good Thursday. God bless everyone. So where are you watching us from, Jane? US
Good
maybe?
morning. It was 25 minutes ago. I guess it's probably nasa eastern side ng West Pacific side ng Amerika. California, Oregon, Washington State, Vancouver. Yan ang mga most likely na.
Vancouver.
Di ba? Oo, dyan, di ba? Vancouver. Or, pwede ba yung ano ba side ng Mexico? Ano ba side ng California na nasa bandang... Pero hindi na yata. Wala na. Medyo pa ganun ang Amerika. So, hindi tatamaan.
Yeah.
Oh, it wouldn't. So, most likely, California, Oregon ba? Oregon, that's Washington State,
Okay.
Vancouver. Ayan. Tell us where you are, where you watching us from, ha? Ano pangalan niya? Si Jane Cantos. Jane, bago, ha? Ay, naalala ko talaga yung taga Florida, si Maria, ano pangalan no, attorney? Maria...
Oh.
Oh.
Nakalimutan ko na apelido niya. Tama ka.
Terry? Claire?
I thought it was
Sana
Paris,
baka lumitaw
no?
siya.
Di ba?
Maria
Okay. Yeah.
Ferry or something. Maria... May tinatype si ano rito. Ferry. Maria Ferry.
Very.
Tama, Ferry.
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Kinakamusta po tayo ni Shia Erojo, no?
Yes.
Hello, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Happy Thursday, everyone. Hi, Shia.
Happy Thursday siya, no? Oo. Iba-iba. Pagka nasa Australia, Philippines, Asia Pacific region ho kayo, good morning. Ayan, good morning. Happy. Pagka nasa California kayo, pero ngayon, di na. Afternoon na, tanghali na ngayon. Eksaktong 12:08 sa California. No? Ayan. Okay. Next, sino babanggit natin? Sino bumabati pa, attorney?
Maris Mendez po. So, happy Thursday po, Kuya Sonny and Attorney Lira. Hi, Maris.
Oh. Maris, mabuhay ha. Dalawa yata message niya, no? Dalawa yata attorney. Direct. Si Cora Carzola pala. Si Ma'am Cora Carzola again. Ano ang sabi ni Ma'am Cora?
Salamat po, Ma'am Cora. So, we like the color of your shirt. Dark orange, I think, and fuchsia. Kay Attorney Pretty. Salamat po. It's I tell you, I really, I do not get compliments. Truly, hindi ko lang sinasabi to. I do not get compliments any other day of the week, no? Ito nga lang. And so I lap it all up and save it up for next week.
Yeah, Attorney Pretty, Attorney Ganda, di ba? Well, that's nice. So, fuchsia pala ang kulay
Salamat
mo.
po.
Fuchsia. And ano yung kulay ko?
Fuchsia.
Anong kulay ko daw? Sabi ni Ma'am Cora.
Dark orange
direct?
daw.
Dark orange. Yeah, pwede. Tama. Dark orange siguro. Sabi ko, parang thinking ko, nagko-cross ng... Tama ka. I think you're correct, Ma'am Cora. No? Talagang mukhang dark orange nga. Yeah, tama yan. Tama. Kala ko cross ng red and green. Pero ang orange ba is a combination of... Di ba yung color wheel natin? If you combine red and blue, it becomes black. If you combine yellow and... Yung naging... paano ba ito? May ganun, may mga combination, color wheel yan eh. Di ba? Pag nagko-combine ka. Ayan. Sino yan? Sino yung bumabati sa atin, attorney? Si Cora Carzola, Ma'am Cora Carzola. Okay. Okay, we like the color. Wow.
Rafa, yeah. Nice. Thank you
Rafa.
for joining us. Yeah, Rafa, no?
Sabi ni Rafa.
Good evening po. Yeah. Attorney Lira and Kuya Sonny LARAGAN watching from Bournemouth. God bless. I tell you, Rafa looks like James Bond because of course this week, this week, yeah, there was a James Bond preview, no?
Meron. I'd like to watch it. Napanood mo na ba?
Hindi pa po. I have a ticket on next Wednesday. No? Yeah. So I will be watching it, and then the following day I'll report if it was. But I won't tell you the plot.
Odeon ba yan? Saan mo
it's in Barnes. It's yes, Olympic
it's
Cinema.
a private. It's a private. Parang not in another part of the chain of movie houses.
Yeah, it's not one of the chain. Yeah, it's not Odeon nga. It's an independent cinema.
Independent. Okay,
yeah.
Good.
Yeah, but you should go. It's a very good cinema.
Yeah.
No?
Ano pangalan?
It's nice to support independent. It's called Olympic Cinema in Barnes. No.
Oh,
And
really?
it's
Barnes?
nice. Yeah. In
Saan
Barnes, yeah.
Where?
I mean, maliit lang naman Barnes, no? I forget, yeah. You know it, no? Alam mo yung banda natin,
Barnes.
no?
Oh.
So it's slightly off the high street, no?
Okay.
But still, it's not far, no? It's yeah. So it's called Olympic Cinema. It used to be, well, it still is actually a recording studio. So people nga like uh, oh
Magandang
yeah,
trivia dyan,
I
May
forget now
trivia pa.
I'm not. It's not the Of course, it's not the Beatles. They're so known. I mean, they're one of the
So
band
it used to
members.
be
Um,
may popular singer artist back in the ano, mga
they've all, yeah,
old
they've
art, mga
all
60s,
a lot of
50s,
them have
70s.
recorded there.
Oh,
60s
okay.
pop.
Sige.
So you should go. It's
Uy,
it's a very nice cinema.
I went there nung medyo kainitan ng pandemic na ano pa tayo. We just had coffee and some bread yata. We went there one time. So, yeah, maganda Barnes. Well, the area, Barnes, Sheen, Richmond, Kingston, Roehampton, Putney, Wimbledon, magkakatabi na yan eh. Diba? It's a very nice southwest area, no? Talagang medyo posh. Naku, lalo na ikaw, attorney, Richmond. Kita mo naman, ha? Diba? Bongga. Diba?
Yeah.
So that's nice. That's nice.
So
That's nice.
so Rafa Bond.
Rafa, yan.
No?
Si Rafa. Rafa, ganda, matikas. Okay, si Lydia. Si Lydia, ayan,
Yeah.
a loner.
Yeah, Miss
Ayan.
Loner. Yeah, yun na
Oo.
nga. Good evening po, Sir Sonny, an attorney watching from I can never say Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury. No?
Shrewsbury, yeah, Shrewsbury ba?
Yeah.
Napuntahan ko na yan, attorney. We were
Shrewsbury.
there when we were looking for a place, no? Parang nag-joyride na kami. Telford, malapit yan eh. Telford, papunta na. And Shrewsbury yata, is malapit sa North Wales, yata, no? Ayan, nasa North Wales yata siya, attorney, no? So,
Nice.
yes. Naku, mabuhay ka, ha? Mabuhay ka, ano pangalan niya? Si Idel. Si Lydia. Oh, yeah. I think she's rang you for some concern about the boyfriend of or the fiancé, ganun yata nung daughter yata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's very good actually. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay. Oh, Mr. Duway.
Duway,
So,
okay.
yun nga po. So, sagot
Sige.
niya.
Ano sabi niya?
So, sabi po, I had a lovely birthday with God and walked from north of Skegness, to Yorkshire for 3 days. And I prayed for all of you. I thank God
Uy,
for a
thank
year
you.
that passed. And I ask for one more year. He is so wise, si Edgar.
Wow.
He's such an impressive man. Talaga.
Yes.
He
Yeah,
is
totoo
so wise.
He's an asset to us, ha. Siya sa ating newspaper yan ang nagpo-provide ng face of the month and even sometimes frontliner of the year, of the month or ganyan, no. Edgar, at saka yung travel yung mga travel, he has a travel article every month na ginagawa natin, no. Itong last month ang kanyang yung very treacherous na diyan sa may ano ba pangalan ng basta kalimutan ko na ba sa treacherous yun, delikadong kalye yun. It's a diyan sa may ano pangalan ng national capital national district something, no, okay. Anyway, hindi ko lang maalala but I'm sure na no. Okay. Uy. Ayan.
Thanks you all.
Oo.
Yeah, thanks you all sa walang sabi niya? Walang puknat?
Walang tigil na pagbati, sabi niya. Belated happy
napagbati,
birthday to
belated.
our director, si Paula, si Pao. Happy
Yeah,
birthday, belated,
tama.
parang silang dalawa, magkasunod ang birthday halos eh. Sino pa? Sige, bilisan na. Uy, si
Yeah.
Ana.
Yeah. So, Annalisa Abela. Okay, let me have a go.
Ajich.
Ajich. Okay.
Ajich. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tama ba ako, Annalisa?
Yeah.
Ajich. Ayan, okay,
Yeah,
go.
good evening.
Yes,
Yeah,
attorney.
good evening. Yeah. Good evening po, Attorney Lira. And
nawala siya,
sorry.
no?
Nawala.
Okay.
Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Have a lovely night, everyone. But I think she's coming soon to UK, Look forward to
Ireland
seeing
yata,
you then,
pagkakalam ko.
Annalisa.
Ireland, di ba? She was asking
Oh,
you a question
Ireland,
about
tama ka.
Ireland.
Yeah.
Ireland. If I
Yeah.
remember it well, no? Ayan.
Tama ka.
Si
tama
Annalisa. Tapos si ano pangalan to? Si last but not the least muna natin.
May Tigbao Vargas. Good evening po, Sir Sonny and Attorney Lira. Happy Thursday po sa lahat. God bless. God bless, Miss Vargas. Si May.
Okay, yes. Yes. Okay. May, mabuhay ka. Annalisa, yes, Sir Sunny, tama po. Ajich. Okay. All right. So, Yan. Ito na ho. Ito na yung pinakaabangan ninyo, yung topic natin for tonight, no? We're gonna have a short break, and when we come back, si attorney will be discussing a very special, very important to ito. Timing your British citizenship application. Kailangan ba i-time? Is there, meron ba, ano ba, how would we say it? May plus and minus ba? Ganun? No? May advantages of timing it properly? Ganun ba? Ganun ba, attorney? But alamin natin. So, wag mo na muna sagutin kung gusto mo. We're gonna have a short break at pagbalik ko natin, yan ang tatalakayin ni attorney at get your pen and paper para to take notes, no? Dahil malaking tips ho ito na malalaman natin kay attorney. Huwag ko kayong alis, saglit po lamang. Kami magbabalik.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O, ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile, 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you, so you can be there for them.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy ho tayo sa ating programa Immigration Corner on a Happy Thursday with yours truly, Sonny LARAGAN. At syempre, yung pinakamamahal nating abogada, walang iba kundi si Attorney LIRA SIMON-CABATBAT. Good evening once again, Attorney.
Hi, Sonny. Hello
Ayan.
po. Welcome back. No?
Welcome back. O yan, ito na. Mga kaibigan, sige, mag-ano na ho, yung lalo na yung mga tatamaan ho ng o medyo concerned or kumbaga ito makaka-apekto ho yung mga naturalize yan. Yung British citizenship application, timing your British application, citizenship application. Nabubulol ako, attorney. Bakit ba nahirapan ako? British citizenship application. Ayan. Okay. O sige, attorney, take it away.
Okay. All right. So ang pag-uusapan po nga natin ngayon yung timing. So basically, when can you make the application? Should you make the application now? At saka ano bang baka maging problema because of timing nga. So, tingnan po muna natin yung basic requirements. So, actually, let me go back, no? So, pagka meron kayong, sabihin natin, matagal na nga kayo dito, na meron na kayong indefinite leave to remain, tapos ngayon, gusto niyo tingnan, should you now make an application for, the process is called naturalization, no? And then once you become naturalized as a British citizen, then you can make an application and you should then get a British passport. So basically, ito na yung dulo. No? This is the last stage, if you like, of the immigration process. If you entered however you entered the United Kingdom. So if you're in this fortunate position and you want to take this step, continue watching, join us po. Now, basic requirements. So, gusto na makita when you make an application for naturalization, so British citizenship, unang kailangan are you over 18? No? And then they look also, you have to, that you are of sound mind. I mean, it's usually a given when you make an application. Now, that you can communicate nga in English. Ang sabi nila at an acceptable level. Actually, the level that they require at the moment is yung B1 test, which is actually not that easy, no? You need to also show that you have sufficient knowledge of life in the United Kingdom. So life in the UK test, yung mahirap nga, no? A lot of people don't normally pass first time around. Now, they want to also see that you are of good character, no? So that you don't have, for example, criminal convictions. Pero titingnan po natin ngayon yung timing, because I would say at least 50%, higher, I would say, of applications nga that are refused for naturalization. It was a question nga of timing. So let's look at timing specifically. Now, when you can make an application for citizenship, for naturalization, will depend mainly on, are you married or not to a British citizen? Now, yung asawa nyo, kung naturalized British, so Pinoy dati, tapos naging British nga, o dito pinanganak, or EU and then became British, it doesn't matter. Baliwala yun. Ang importante po, British ba yung asawa nyo, or civil partner, no? At the time you're making the application. Now, that will then dictate, can you make an application, for example, sooner? Kung ang asawa nyo ay British, or you have a civil partner, British nga siya, then you only need to show 3 years, no? Leave to remain in the United Kingdom, but the last 12 months must be indefinite. Sorry, my apologies. Sorry, I'm getting it mixed up with the indefinitely, the 5-year one. So you don't. So you only have to show nga the 3 years. You don't need to show, no, that you need another 12 months indefinite leave to remain. So as soon as you get indefinite leave to remain, sabihin natin ngayon nakuha nyo indefinite nyo, no? And you're married to a British citizen. Tomorrow, you can make the application as long as you satisfy the other conditions. You don't need to wait the additional 12 months normally that you would if you're going under the 5-year residence. So yun pong una. So if you're married to a British citizen, then you need to consider, can I apply now without waiting out the 5 years? The more common application is kung 5 taon na kayo dito. So that usually applies if someone comes in, for example, on the because of work, no, or kaya maybe even spouse, no. That's also not unusual. So there, you may need to show nga, 5 years residence in the United Kingdom. Now, if you're using the 5-year route, kailangan po, you need to show also 12 months, unless again you're married to a British citizen, 12 months indefinite leave to remain. So basically, 5 years leave to remain, the last 12 months must be indefinite kung yun ang gagamitin nyo. Because you cannot be married anymore to a British citizen. Now, so let's say that you satisfy that. What other things should you look at in the way of timing po? No? Now, you must not be absent. Kung gagamitin yung 5 years, you must not be absent, so from the United Kingdom, must not be away from the United Kingdom, kahit nga holiday, for more than 450 days over the 5-year period. I mean, 450 days are a lot of days, and it's spread out over the 5-year period. So, kung nasa nyo pa yung passport nyo, tingnan nyo, no? When did you go on holiday? Count the days. And lista nyo, no? And usually, kung Filipino passport holder kayo, usually may tatak. Hindi may tatak pagka dumating kayo sa Pinas, tapos pagka umalis kayo sa Pinas, and certainly pagka pumasok kayo dito, no? And usually the stamp pagka dumating nga pumasok bumalik kayo dito is kind of rectangular, no? And nandun yung petsa. So count the days and make sure nga that you have not been outside the United Kingdom 450 days kung 5 years pong ginagamit nyo. Now, kung yung 3 years ang ginagamit nyo, dahil kasama kayo sa Briton dito, then the absent days must not be more than 270 days over the 3-year period, no? So not quite half, but it's 270 days as opposed to 450 days because you obviously have a shorter period. You have the 3 years nga lang. No? But for both the 3-year and the 5-year, you in the last 12 months po, you must not be absent for more than 90 days. So sabihin natin magpasok pa yung application nga ngayon, no? Spouse visa, you're the spouse of someone British. You look back, the last 12 months. Have you been away for more than 90 days in the last 12 months? I mean, given the pandemic presently that we have, it's probably unlikely also that you've been away, but you never know, no? So in the last 12 months, have you been away for longer than 90 days? Now, if you have had those absences, then it could be na you still can make an application. But the Home Office would need to be satisfied that it's right and proper to ignore some of the excess dates, the absences nga. No? So for example po, kung if you've been away, let's say you were absent for up to 480 days on any given 5-year period, it's very likely that the Home Office will say, okay, that's fine, especially kung meron kang magandang dahilan. So at the moment, if you were stuck, say, in the Philippines or any other country nga, because of the pandemic, then that certainly is a good reason why. Or may sabihin natin, and you were required to be there to look after them, then again, that would also be a good reason. But it's not very, you've not exceeded it by very much. So only 1 month, between 450 to 480 days. The higher your absentee is from the United Kingdom, of course, the harder nga it becomes. And if you've been absent from the UK, sabihin natin 900 days in the last 5 years, then it becomes very unlikely, that they will then grant you nga, your application for citizenship, for naturalization. So beware, kailangan yung tingnan yung maigi. Count the days, and truly count the days is isa, because it could be that you're absent for 449 days, in which case you're fine because you're under the 450 days. Now, on top of that, so sabihin natin, you then satisfy also the absences. You have not been absent for longer than 450 days over the last 5 years, Can you then make an application, or rather, should you then make an application? Now, the next thing to look at, and this is something often forgotten by people, kung meron kayong background, sabihin natin, you entered the UK and then naging overstayer kayo. And then eventually nakakuha ka ng visa, and you've had a visa for some time, and then eventually you were granted nga indefinite leave to remain. Now, at the if you breach your immigration conditions, so breach of immigration law, then usually the Home Office will say, you can't apply immediately. What we need to show, or you need to show us that you have a clean record for at least 10 years. So, kahit nga nakakuha kayo ng indefinite leave to remain, hindi ibig sabihin na makakakuha kayo ng citizenship. Because the next thing they will look at is yung character. Have you breached your immigration condition? If the answer to that is yes, then again, count back. Was the breach remedied 10 years ago? So, if you are making an application today, ano tayong pecha natin nga ngayon September 30 tayo, 2021, and the breach, yung visa mong unang-una, the breach was remedied nung naging overstayer ka, sabihin natin on the 30th of September 2011, then that was of course 10 years ago, in which case that will be fine. So they will take into account any breach of, as I say, immigration law, and generally it is 10 years po. Now, if you make an application, hindi nyo to tinignan, either you absent for too long o kaya you breach immigration law and then you've not clocked up the 10 years clean record, if you like, no? Then, if you make an application, it may be that they simply refuse it. If they refuse it, hindi po nila ibabalik ang pera nyo, no? Yung application fee. Unlike the IHS, if you get a refusal, they will return your IHS the payment. Dito, hindi. So once you, and as many of you know, it's obviously over £1,000. I think it's over £1,300 nga. So it's quite a lot of money. So bago kayo magbayad, just count nga the days. So in summary po, unang-una, are you married to a British citizen? Or are you in a civil partnership with a British citizen? If you are, then ang timing po, 3 years rather than 5. Normally, most people that I deal with, 5 years po ang kailangan nilang pakita. If that's indeed the case, next thing kailangan yung tignan is, are you absent from the UK? Have you been absent 450 days under the 5-year route or 270 days under the 3-year route? Then the next thing to look at po is, have you been absent in the last 12 months for more than 90 days? No? If you tick all those boxes, then the last thing you need to look at nga is, have you in the past been in breach of immigration law? If you have, as I say, normally they would want to see that you have a clean immigration record for a minimum nga of 10 years. There's discretion. No? You can argue that you should still be granted because of whatever. No? It could be that you were in breach of your immigration condition at the time you were only a minor. No? It could be. But you need to look at that. And as I say, timing po is important. Otherwise, you just waste your money. No? And of course, you don't also want to be disappointed. So timing is crucial. Of course, there are other things na kailangan yung tingnan, character and all that. But it is astonishing how many people fail on timing. So please make sure, count your days.
Okay, ayan. Kailangan ng timing, no? For your British citizenship. Ayan. Okay, ayan. Alright, oops. Meron pa tayong card dyan. Timing your British citizenship application. Ayun. Alright. Ayan, okay. So, attorney, gusto ko lang malaman. Linawin lang. Teka muna, yung pagka married ka may British spouse ka or partner, you even mentioned partner. Partner kasi pwede namang ikasal yung same sex, no? So that's partner. Hindi yung partner na dito walang common law wife, walang common law husband, walang ganyan, no? So, yun, parang loosely you just say my partner.
Tama.
No, pero
Yeah.
kung partner.
So partner.
Ang partner talaga ito yung 'di ba parang ikakasal pero hindi yung regular na lalaki-babae kundi ito yung lalaki-lalaki, babae-babae, so partner. Ayan yan. Tama 'yon?
Yeah. Civil
Okay.
partnership. Opo.
Pag civil partnership, okay, civil partnership, kung tawagan, that's the technical term to it, na civil partnership. Kung kasal, may civil partnership, ano ba, makaka-apply ba ng indefinite leave to remain ba? Yun ba ang pagkakaintindi ko? After 3 years? Ganun ba? Hindi.
Yung naturalized, no. So that's something else. So the two, you must be careful also nga, no? Usually, under the spousal route, 5 years po ang kailangan yung pakita to get to the indefinite leave to remain. So 2.5 years, tapos 2.5 years ulit.
Okay.
But
5 years.
weirdly, 5 years po yun. But weirdly, when you take the next step, which is the final stage, if you want to nga become British nga, for the citizenship, for the naturalization, you only need to show, in fact, 3 years, no, residency in the United Kingdom, ending with yung indefinite. So sabihin natin, ngayon, no, makakuha ko ng indefinite leave to remain nga ngayon, and I want to become British, ang asawa ko, sabihin natin, Briton, no, I don't have to wait the usual 12 months that someone, say, who is in the UK or came into the UK on the basis of employment, no, would need to show. So, so kung nandito ako with indefinite leave, nakakuha ng indefinite, but I'm not married to a British citizen, but I got indefinite because of employment, sabihin natin, I need another 12 months after the indefinite. Pero kung if I'm married to a British citizen, I don't need to wait. I can make an application tomorrow.
Ayun. Oo. Nalito ako sa 3 years Then you mentioned about 3 years. So, parang in a way, there's no difference with the regular route. Kunyari, work permit, working for ano tawag dito, on the 5th year, they get their indefinite leave to remain, and then ang naitipid mo lang, yung 1 year. Parang ganun, pag you're married to a British citizen, UK citizen, 2.5 years, the 5 years yun. Permanent resident ka na. You don't have to wait for diba nga, for the naturalization. Diba? You wait for another year. And on your 6th year, you apply for naturalization. So yun lang ang naitipid pala na maski paano. Pero you were mentioning, nawala si attorney direct, no? Ayun, okay.
Sorry,
okay,
bigla tayong nawala. My apologies.
Yes. Doon sa may 5 years, nabanggit mo kanina, doon sa mga nakakuha ng 5-year leave to remain, bago mag-apply ng citizenship, you were mentioning they must not be absent from the UK for 480 ba o 450? Because you mentioned 148, initially 450, tas later on 480. Dinivide ko yung 450, parang 90 days a year. 90 times 5 is 450. 480 ba o 450, attorney?
450 po.
450.
So 450. Actually, just on that, I'm glad you raised that, Sonny. And one thing also nga na you need to be careful about either the 5 years and indeed the 3 years, no? Pagka nagpasok yung application, kailangan siguraduhin din that you were in the United Kingdom exactly 3 years ago, no? That you were not on holiday, for example. So you need to show. So if you're making an application today being the 30th of September, no, 2021. Under say the 3-year route, no? You need to ensure na nandito ka on the 30th of September, 3 years ago, that would be 2018. So if you were on holiday, no, in September 30th on the 30th of September 2018, you will not satisfy actually, no, the timing again. So kailangan you need to, if you came back then the following day, then make sure you don't apply, if you came back the following day, 1st of October, then don't apply today, but apply tomorrow, the 1st of October. You need to have been in the United Kingdom 3 years ago or 5 years ago.
On the date 5 years ago, ganun?
Opo.
Opo. Okay. Akala ko yung mga sinusukat mo mga 270 within 3 years, that's the number of absence within that 3-year period. 270 nga ba sabi mo, attorney?
Yeah, so 270 under the 3-year period.
3 year.
Tama ka.
5 year is yeah. So that could be accumulated at one time, at any time, as long, for example, 450 that meron ka pa minasyon na 900 days. 450, that's almost parang a year. Sabihin na lang natin a year and a half. So a year over less than a year and a half, di ba? It's yan ba? Kunyari, continuously you were away for 450 days at one time, let's say on year 2 or year 3, do sa 5-year period, okay lang yun, no? Because you count it. Hindi naman, let's say, wala ka na, hindi ka na lumabas ng the succeeding 2 or 3rd year or 4th year or 5th year, hindi ka na umalis, no? Na incur mo yun during, probably a little during the early part. Walang problema. Is it total lang, no? Total lang pinag-uusapan, no? And then you said,
tama ka.
tignan niyo yung passport nyo, di ba? Sabi niyo, baka to have a record of all the ins and outs, no? So, pero, yung sinasabi mo, pag nag-apply ka ng, kunyari, 5 years or 3 years, kailangan, kunyari today, hindi pwedeng outside ka nung 3 years ago o 4 years ago, no? Do it on the, kung nag-holiday ka at nakabalik ka ng, ng October 1, 3 years ago, or October 1, 4 years ago, do it on October 1. Ganun ba yan?
Tama. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yun na. So it's yun nga eh. So it's a bit it can be a bit confusing nga, no? And this is why a lot of people sometimes well, not a lot, but some people get it wrong because timing is so crucial. So kung magpasok po kayo ng application, sabihin natin let's just to make it a bit clearer nga. Sabihin natin you're married to a British citizen, sabihin natin, no? And so, nakuha nyo yung indefinite leave to remain nyo nga ngayon, na? Now, first thing to look at nga is, you have then 3 years rather than 5 years. So, una po, you don't need to have the additional 12 months nga after you get your indefinite, that you're married to a British citizen, yun ang una. Now, The next thing to look at is 3 years ago, no? So on the 30th of September 2018 po, nandito ka ba, no? Nandito ka ba sa UK? If you are on holiday during that time, yeah, and bumalik ka 1st of October, so bukas nga, no? Then do not make your application today, make it tomorrow. Because tomorrow, nakabalik ka na dito, no? So you need to have been in the United Kingdom exactly, at least 3 years ago. If you are on holiday, then move forward. As in, don't make an application today, but make an application the following day. And then the next thing kailangan tingnan is, look, have you been absent from the UK for 270 days? Because obviously you're married to someone to someone British in the last 3 years po. And in the last 12 months, have you been absent for more than 90 days? No? And if you tick all those boxes, then you should be fine. And obviously, tingnan nyo din, have you been in breach of immigration condition? If you have not, then obviously that's not a problem. But it can be quite confusing, no? Especially a spouse visa requires you 5 years, no? 2 years, 2.5 years, and 2.5 years. But yeah, so count the days. Importante po yun.
Okay. I'm trying to get to my head around this. So, okay. So, kamukha ng spouse visa, 2.5 years, 2.5 years, 5 years. Okay?
Yeah.
Kung tutusin, parang walang advantage doon sa, yung nakakuha ng unlimited leave to remain, no? 5th year of residence. The only qualifying things ang binabanggit mo yata, attorney, is that ang advantage mo as a married to a UK citizen, hindi mo na kailangan ng 1 year. Kailangan mo na mag-apply kaagad. Kaya lang, within the last 3 years, you shouldn't have been away within over 270 days. Also, within the last 12 months, you shouldn't have been away for 90 days. Ganon. Yun lang ang mga parang qualifying things. So, same. 2.5, 5 years, no? Sa isang spouse pa rin. Pareho ng isang nag-work permit, ano ba yun? Tier something, no? Na nagtrabaho, 5 years, nag-apply ng permanent residency, naka-apply sila. The only difference is, ito, mag-a-apply pa ng another 12 years pa, itong regular route ng indefinite leave to remain, another year, para maging citizen. Whereas do sa married to a British citizen, wala, ora mismo. 5th year, they can apply. Kaya lang, now comes yung mga requirements. Asan ka? Lumabas ka ba with more than 270 days in the last 3 years? Also, were you out of the country for more than 90 days in the last 12 months? Yun naman ang mga parang restrictions ba? Ganon. Yun.
Tama.
Pero doon sa isa naman, nag 5 years siya, but in the last 5 years, were you away for over 450 days? Doon sa isa. Ayun. Oh. Malinaw ho. Dahil ang sabi mo, attorney, pag hindi nyo alam to, sayang ang pera ninyo. Hindi nyo mababalik. Hindi ka po katulad ng IHS na sinasabi mo. 1,000 lang or something like that. Pero ito, pag hindi mo na, pag mali ka, di ba, yun ang kagandahan ngayon. Well, I don't know kung kagandahan o pangit. But I remember, a long time ago, applying for a visitor's visa noong araw sa British Embassy, pag kulang ka na requirements, sinosole ang gamit mo. Tapos parang come back again to complete your documents. But now, parang ginaya sa US, bayad ka muna. Kaya mali, kapalpak, o kaya ma-refuse ka, o aprobado, bayad ka. Di ba?
Tama. Yeah, tama ka.
Magkano nga pala ngayon ang citizenship?
I think it's 1,300 na nga ngayon, ano? So it's, it's 1,300.
Magkano? 1,300 ba isa, ano? 1,300
I think it's 1,300 plus some change nga, ano? And it is likely, my prediction is tataas po yun. I would say probably in January, because they didn't actually raise it last year. So this would be the second year. And I think kung tataasan nila, and they usually do, no? Not necessarily every year, but I think this year, tataasan nila yung home office fees. And one of the things na I think they will target nga yung naturalization, the citizenship application, because it is, when you compare it with other types of applications, still a bit lower. So, for example, for the indefinite leave to remain, it's a bit more. If you're applying for 2.5 years, sabihin natin, no, as a spouse visa, the fee alone, no, to the Home Office is £1,052.20. Tapos pagbayad sa IH is 1,560. So you're already looking at slightly shy of 2,600, no, for spouse application. So there's room for an increase, no, on the citizenship naturalization front.
Okay. Well, I became a citizen in 2005. So, ano na, 16 years na ako? Tama ba? 16 years ba? Tama ba, attorney? 16 years na ako.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tagal-tagal na rin, no? So, anyway, may mga questions Let's be open para mabilis
okay.
na. We have a few minutes na lang, pero kaya pasok natin.
Sorry.
Sige, pagbate at saka mga questions. Sige, go. Direct. Ayan, ano yan? Anong question niya? Pakibasa nga, attorney. Bumaba. Yan.
Si Flo. So, attorney, ang mga European citizen na mga Pilipino na gusto maging British citizen because of work-related, how many years do you think there will be the processing time? Processing time as in how long it will take to conclude it. So, let's deal with both. So, sila, kailangan pa rin nilang, kung European, kailangan pa rin nilang pakita yung nga din, 5 years, no? 5 years, unless, again, you're British, you married to British citizen. So, exactly now the same timing po. So you need to be able to show you've been in the United Kingdom for the unless you're married to British, the 5 years nga, the last 12 months must be indefinite. Processing time at the moment, ang bagal nila ngayon. It shouldn't be really, but it is taking. You need to allow po minimum 6 months for applications to conclude. My experience is it's taking longer. In the past, pre-pandemic, I was counting in weeks rather than months.
Ayun. Okay. Ayan. Alright. Sige. Ano pa bang next natin dyan? May mga tanong pa tayo. Mamaya ng mga pagbate. Yan. Sige. Si Rudy. Pabatiin natin si Rudy muna para ano naman din. Asan ba yung mga pagbati dyan ni Rudy? Si Rudy, pabatiin lang natin. Ayan.
Yeah. Ayan. Of course. Yeah.
Yes.
We can't. Yeah. Mr. Libroho. Yeah, happy Thursday. Blooming and lovely, Attorney Lira, and always good looking, Sir Sonny, and all viewers. Cold now. Tama ka, Team Libroho.
Tama ka, Attorney. I agree with you. We like Thursdays, di ba? Siyempre, di ba? Somehow it makes us feel good, no? We're in the company of friends, di ba? The mere fact that they're with us and you spending their time with us, that only shows that, di ba? May friendship tayo sa kanila. Okay. May tanong dito si May Tigbao Vargas. Go ahead.
So,
Pao, direct.
Kay May po, yeah. I arrived in the UK in October 2018 as a spouse visa. Naging ILR po ang visa ko in March 2019 because domestic violence, okay. Hindi pa po ako nakalabas ng UK since I arrived here in October 2018. Kailan po ako pwedeng mag-apply ng British citizenship? Now, kung hindi ka nakasal, and I hope that you're not, given that you were subjected to domestic violence, no? Kung hindi ka nakasal, then it is, So, kailangan mo 5 years, no? So there, you need to be able to show 5 years. Because you see, the citizenship, naturalization application is governed by a different law, the British Nationality Act, rather than immigration rules po. So there, kahit nakakuha yung ILR, indefinite leave to remain, a little bit earlier, of course, because unfortunately you suffered domestic violence nga. So kung hindi ka nakasal, then 5 years po. Pero kung kasal pa rin kayo, kahit wala na nga kayo, hiwalay na nga kayo, you can still actually make use of the 3 years if you are still married.
So dahil hindi siya married na, wala na, hiwalay na, hindi niya magamit yon. That's what you're saying, attorney?
Hindi. It's divorce really is the main thing. So, kung divorce na kayo, hindi mo na pwedeng gamitin yung 3 years.
Wala na.
Pero kung hindi pa po kayo divorce, then you can actually still make use of the 3 years. So, what they look at is really marriage as opposed to separation. So, in your case, madam, it would be, kung divorce na kayo, you count count the 5 years po from October 2018. So by October
hindi pa.
2023.
Hindi pa. 19, 20, 21, 22. 23 pa siya.
23. So October 2023, kung divorce na kayo, you can then make an application for naturalization.
May correction.
Kung
may
hindi
correction.
pa kayo
Attorney, may
divorce.
correction yata. Sandali, baka may nakikita akong correction dito. Baka this might have,
2019. So, sorry, correction po. November 2019 pala naging ILR ang visa ko. Nung March 2019, leave to remain outside pa lang. No, that's fine. No, it's still the same process po. Still married, separated nga lang. 3 years po. You need to wait 3 years from the date nga of your entry. So, October 2018 ka dumating dito. So, weirdly, in your case, if you're looking at, dahil indefinite ka na ha, no? Then you actually can apply. Well, you can apply now, in fact, no, if you're still married. Because now it's next month,
hindi na nga married,
October 2021.
Wala na.
Still married,
Pero,
sabi.
Sorry?
Still married pa siya. Still married po,
married.
separated nga lang.
Separated lang. Pwede pa, siguro. Technically, pwede yun. In fact, kung ILR na siya, kasi sinasabi mo mga 3 years, di ba? Kasi kung ILR, mag-a-apply siya ng 1 year pa. Hindi, automatic na. Pwede na. Di ba? Tama ba yun? As far as you were saying? And then,
May. Next
pwede
month.
Na? Pwede na. Okay, next month. Okay. Pwede ka na mag-apply. Tapos, pasok ka doon sa 3 years. Kailangan, hindi ka umalis ng 3 years. Fine. Doon sa last 12 months, hindi ka umalis ng more than 90 days. Pasok ka pa rin. Fine. Okay na siya, no? Tama? In short,
Tama.
pwede na.
Yeah.
Pwede
Next
na.
month.
Pwede na.
18 October 2021, May. Put it in your diary. Pero hindi mo pa ginawa yung life in the UK, you still need to do the life in the UK test at yung B1 test, ha? Yeah, kung hindi mo pa ginawa, gawin
hindi
mo
ka pa
na.
rin lusot, May, mag-aral ka pa rin. Hindi ka pa rin pwedeng maligaya ka na. Okay na, sabi ni Attorney Lira, no? Nag-second demotion si Sonny Laragan. Pero live in the UK test, yun ay medyo madugo dyan, medyo mahirap yan, no? Pero I'm sure baka kaya mo yan, ba? Just aral-aral, may mga kilala nga ako, nakakapasa ka talaga, no? Okay, may tanong tayo rito, Attorney. Okay, ayan. Pakibasa, Attorney.
Okay, galing po to kay Allen. Allen C. Magandang araw po, Attorney Lira and Sir Sonny. Malapit na po matapos ang kontrata ng trabaho ko dito sa UK. Kung hindi po ako ma-extend o ma-renew ng current employer ko, ano pong dapat kong gawin? Am I allowed limited period to look for another job or employer? Salamat po. Yeah, that's so I assume, Allen, na yung visa mo is under the points-based system, tier 2, no? Probably under the old system rather than the skilled worker route. Now, ang payo ko ito, unang-una, you must try and obviously find employment, no, na may sasalo sa'yo. Now, and you should make the application within the duration of your visa. Yeah. So if you don't make an application within the duration of your visa, they will likely say naputol, no? Now you can, if for whatever reason wala ka pang makuha ng trabaho, then it may be an idea for you to consider making an interim application. Just so meron kang application whilst you're still waiting for to find employment, no? But again, a bit like yung pinag-usapan natin kanina, timing po is all important in this case. So ang gawin mo, Allen, if you give me the dates, no, then I may be able to at least give you an indication kung what perhaps you should do in the meantime. But kung meron ka pang time, you must try and find employment. Just as a tip nga, if you're going through the websites nga, kung gusto mo malaman if they have a sponsorship license, yung sasalo nga sa'yo, if you go on the Home Office website, there's a very long list, about 3,000, various companies who will have their sponsorship license. But they should be on the list. Because most employers, wala dun sa website nga nila if they're holding sponsorship license. So you can actually look it up.
Okay. So, ayan. So kung may limited time ka pa, no? Si Allen, ayan, pwede kang mag-apply. So pwede pala, attorney, no? Kunyari, let's say, kung tier 2 or yung, sabi mo, yung work, ano pa pangalan to? Yung, ngayon, skilled worker. Hindi pasok sa skilled worker to. Yung, yung route na, ano pangalan nun?
Yeah, the tier 2. Yung nga, tier 2. So previously used tier 2. Ngayon nga, it's called skilled work. Yeah, skilled worker. Yeah, skilled worker route na nga. Yun ang yung pinalit nila no in December, no? And frankly, Allen, kung if you belong to the shortage occupation list, so if you are a senior care worker ka, auxiliary nurse, ganoon, then the chances are very high na makakakuha ka ng trabaho nga dito. But yung nga, you need to make sure, kung ako ikaw, I would submit applications like now. Kung alam mong hindi ka na i-renew, or even if certainly if you want to move, no? Do it sooner rather than later, because you can always delay naman, starting date mo sa panibagong trabaho. But what you cannot delay is the deadline of your visa.
Magandang tip po yan, mga kaibigan, no? Yung mga, halimbawa, hindi kayo happy sa trabaho nyo, feeling nyo, siguro dahil minsan nabubuli, no, na ibang lahi, no? O kaya minsan kasi yung pagka hindi masyadong mahusay mag-explain, magsalita ng English yung mga kababayan natin, talo sa argument, no? Pag nag-argue sila sa mga superiors nila, no? Yung mga management, no? Although, syempre, maski paano, meron ditong protection, merong, labor protection in a way. You can, parang pag may mga hearing yata, o kunyari, although internally lang, you can bring somebody with you yata, di ba? Parang a third person to be with you, no, while your case is being heard, or the allegations or the issues against you are being heard. So ayan, lalo na kung tama, kung shortage list yan, walang problema. Kung yung mga healthcare workers, no, yung mga nasa care homes, no, mga ganyan trabaho, walang problema. Ayan.
Yun na nga.
Oo. Okay, ano tong message? Ano ba ito? B1, B2? Ano ito?
B1, yung English language.
B1, B1, B2. Parang, ayan, ayun, sige, ano to? I need to take, ano yan?
Yeah, B1. Yeah, so B1 and life in the UK test. Okay, sorry, May. Yeah, walang choice. You have to take both. B1, dahil nung pumasok ka dito sa spouse, you completed yung A1 na, no? And then after that, you didn't do any more tests because you were not required to. So tama ka. B1 po, mas mahirap yun, ano? Mas mahirap yun sa A1. And then yung nga, life in the UK test. So start the reviewing now. No?
Attorney, mas mahirap yung B1 sa A1?
Oh, absolutely. Yung A1 po ay pinaka, if you like it, that's what you need if you're coming in as a spouse, no? And it's mainly listening and speaking. Yung B1, it's quite a few notches higher. So it's higher, of course, than A2. B1 is they want to know that you have a good grasp nga of English, no? Yung B1. Tayo mga Pinoy, usually kaya nga natin yun because of exposure to English while in the Philippines. Ang pinakamahirap yung life in the UK. That it is actually quite a challenging test, life in the UK test. So kung ako ikaw, May, umpisa mo na yon, because I'm sure papasa ka sa B1, no? Pero yung kailangan mo umpisa ng pag-aralan mo na nga ngayon yung life in the UK, because that it's usual na mga tao, they pass third time, but maybe not for you, hopefully first time.
Okay, all right. Pagbigyan natin si Edgar, may question yata si Edgar. Thank you, attorney. Thank you very much po, attorney. Okay, ito siguro last question lang tayo, mabilis lang siguro bago tayo mag-end. Teka muna, A1 kinukuha para bago mag-spouse, nag-A1 muna yan sa tingin mo, attorney?
Opo.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the B1 na sa naturalization, no? Yung kailangan mo life in the UK and B1. Okay. Si Edgar yata may tanong dyan. Sige, let's just, parang, kasi ngayon may shortage ng mga truck drivers and a lot of our kababayan na nasa mainland Europe, they might be thinking of coming over to apply. Pero ito, Philippines yata. Sige, attorney, pakibasa nga. Si Edgar.
Yeah, no, so actually, it's a fair point. It's a very good question, Edgar, no? Anong status mag-import ng truck drivers from the Philippines, na? So it would have to be, they would need to come on an employment basis. So it would have to be the points-based system, which in this case would be the skilled worker route, no? So kailangan nilang kumpanya dito with the sponsorship license. Actually, just on that, Sonny, I was reading an article today, no? I mean, there definitely is a shortage of HGV,
drivers, yeah.
heavy goods vehicle drivers nga dito. But you know what's on top of the list? No, the most required position in the last week, in last week, September, care workers. No.
Oh, really?
And they have been care workers. They've been on top of the list probably in the last 12 months, maybe even longer than that. So yung sinasabi nga nila, I was reading again an article. They were saying, well, why not shortage occupation list, for truck drivers to come into the United Kingdom, or indeed they were even considering the possibility. I mean, I don't know how true this is, of say people, it seems, from prison. I mean, as I say, it was just the headline na tinignan ko. I didn't have time to read it through. Who may be able to assist nga, no? But rather than there clearly is a need for care workers, no? So I do really think that there's a case to be made for people kung walang visa dito, overstayers nga, no, who are working or can work and who are potentially qualified to do care work. I think there should be a concession, not an amnesty, no, but a concession to deal specifically for those people, to give visas to those people nga with that kind of experience, no, care work. I really think there's a case to be made because last week, it was reported that there's a shortage of something like 30,000 care workers required in the United Kingdom.
So
30,000.
Yes, 30,000. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, and that will just go up, and that's it is. So if they're looking truly at plugging that gap quickly, I think a case definitely needs to be made in granting people with that kind of experience in the United Kingdom, kahit overstayer na sila dito, and then you have a ready workforce to actually plug the gap.
May kilala nga ako na-meet ko nga doon sa may Ashford, ano ba to, yung designer outlet, where you have this designer mga outlets doon. Nasa care worker sila, pero they came in as on a visitor's visa, no? Nagawa nila ng paraan. Okay, mabilis lang, sige, pero ito, comment na lang siguro, hindi na natin sasagutin to, no? Mag-hire ba, madali lang po ba ang BI and pinakamahirap po ang yung life in the UK? Saan pa tayo binabasa? Mag-hire ba na UK na truck driver yung mga Pinoy? Siguro comment lang to, hindi naman natin alam kung paano sasagutin yan, diba? Dahil it's a government policy kung tutuloy o hindi, no? Ano ba binabasa pa natin? Hindi ko makita kasi nalilito ako.
Galing po to kay Miss Paner. Madali lang po bang B1? Yeah. Okay.
Tama yan.
Yeah, B1 is less challenging than yung definitely yung life in the UK. Yun ang mahirap.
Yes. Sige, pasok ko lang direct. Pasok na. Salamat at napasa ko na. Ayan, okay na. Uy, ano to?
Well done, Miss Paner.
Nadia, sino to? Mukhang bago ito. Nadia, good morning, attorney. Magtatanong po kasi ang visa ko po. Ano yan? Pakibasa nga, attorney. So good evening, attorney. Magtatanong lang po ako kasi ang visa ko po end last August 31st, 2020. But before nag-apply po ako sa Home Office ng asylum. Tapos naka-receive po ako ng ARC work permit until October 2022. Ano po kayang status ko still in the UK or still have
what
visa
kasi?
still,
Sinasabi
ano po
ng
kaya ang
solicitor
status
ko,
ko? Still have visa or what? Kasi po sinasabi ng solicitor ko na this month daw may posibilidad na maka-apply ako ng normal visa ko.
yeah, it's I mean, at the moment, you do have, if you like, an interim visa, no, allowing you nga to work until October 2022, which is the usual thing, 2 years po, no, when they've considered, whether you have maybe basis nga for your claim, no, so you can apply to vary that leave to remain to something else, because it is a proper visa. So until you have it until October 2020.
All right, okay. So, ayan, all right. Tapos na tayo. Tapos na tayo.
Yeah,
At,
sorry.
kasi maraming mahabol pa mga tanong eh. Sige, baka tayo abutin ho ng alas 10 ng gabi rito, no? So, ayan. Sandali lang ho. Medyo hintayin lang natin yung ating si Direk, no? So, mamimiss ka na naman namin, Tony. Imagine.
Yeah,
yes,
no.
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I'm so sorry. I just, it's a big topic. So, kung meron po kayong mga questions, I didn't deal with it, no? Email me. I promise people I'll deal with the questions and call them nga. I've not had a chance just because of, pressure of work. But ang gagawin ko, not this Friday, but the next week nga, next Friday, it will be my immigration corner day. So, I promise I will spend the day calling people, no? So kung meron kayong question, make sure ilagay niyo please yung mobile number niyo. And next Friday, definitely, hindi bukas, no? But next Friday, it's my immigration corner day, the first Friday of October. Oh, sorry. Hopefully nandiyan ka pa nga, Sonny.
Andito tayo, Direk. Direk tuloy. Andito tayo, attorney. Nakausap, Direk. Okay, yes. Naku, isang linggo na naman. Attorney, sige, tell them kung ano, no? How do they get in touch with you? You promise to contact them or email them yata. Parang sabi mo, no? If you could find the time, siguro this weekend. Yung ba sinasabi mo? Right, no? Para ano?
Opo.
No,
yeah.
So, basta ganun. Email lang ako kayo, tawag lang kayo. Ito, saan pa ka ba pwede makontak? Ito, mga kababayan, mga ka-Happy Tuesday family. Ayan, sige, attorney, go ahead.
Yeah. So if you want to email me, please do, no? Ang email ko po, kabatbat@douglas-simon.com. That's the telephone number also, 0203-375-0555. But best to email me. So yung mga may questions kayo ngayon, I didn't get a chance to deal with it, or indeed last week. If you want to also add to it, na hindi po nitong Friday nito, but next Friday will be my immigration corner day. So I promise I will call everyone and anyone nga that I'm still due to call. Pero lagay niyo po sa subject immigration corner, no? At saka huwag niyo kalimutan lagay yung mobile number niyo, telephone number niyo. Kung gusto niyo isulat ang Tagalog, sa akin naman pupunta eh. So feel free, no? Wala pong problema. Happy to deal with that. So any questions I didn't deal with, happy to do that. Latest po next Friday. But again, salamat po for joining us. No, it truly is a happy Thursday, and I can't wait for next Thursday. No, Sonny.
Yeah, ako rin talagang I couldn't wait for the next Thursday. Siyempre, it's fun and learning time for everybody, and it's fun because we get to see each other, we get to see you, we get to wonder ano kaya isusot ni attorney. Next time, or red wine ba yun? Ano ba yung wine? Rust, mga brown, mga ganun-ganun pa yung mga colors, di ba? Now I get to know the colors, and it gets to be entertaining, it gets to be fun because we find out, ano kaya susuot ni attorney? Ano kaya, ako rin, di ba? At least, tataka rin kayo, ano ba susuot ni Mr. SONNY LARAGAN, no? So, and it gives us a smile. Dahil masarap, no? We are having fun, we both enjoy what we're doing, di ba? Ano ba tayo dito? Communicating with our kababayans and masarap di ba? And then we got some feedback from them. At yung mga pagbati ng mga gandang LIRA, gwapong SONNY LARAGAN, no, di ba? Legendary. So, thank you very much. Thank you rin sa inyo, mabuhay. So, tama, I agree with Attorney LIRA. It's really nice. It's we look forward to this day. And we look forward to doing this program. And so I hope also that you guys look forward to being with us. So I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. Let's do it again next Thursday night. No? So till then, on behalf of Attorney Lira, SIMON-CABATBAT, and on behalf of our director, Paula Perez, this is Sonny LARAGAN here saying thank you very much for keeping us company. And always take care. Be safe and well. Take care. God bless. And good night. Bye.
Sa World Remit, naiintindihan namin ang iyong paglalakbay. Na minsan, kailangan lumayo upang makamit ang tagumpay. With ways to save more, when you send more, World Remit is here for you. So you can be there for them.